what do you do to gain such a clear vision? Well, I've broken it up into a few things. What do you want and why? First thing. Second thing, how bad do you want it? Third thing, what do you choose? And then fourth thing is to inspire others. Oh. There you go. You master these 4 skills and you will never worry about your vision. You could be in the depths of despair and you will know exactly where to go. Just put some Roman chamomile on your third eye and go ahead and start with what do I want and why. Okay? We good? We good? Okay, awesome. Okay, what do I want and why? Guys, in mentoring and in working in doTERRA, I never realized how much of an epidemic it is that people don't know how to ask for what they want. They don't feel like they're worthy. They don't feel like they even deserve it. They didn't work hard enough. They didn't, all of these things. It's so interesting. In fact, myself, I remember being at a place where I had a friend that said, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And this actually came out of my mouth. You know what? I just don't really think about that because I just am really content with what I have now. So I just think it's kind of pointless to dream about things. Isn't that ungrateful? That came out of my mouth 6 years ago. And that girl right now, she's one of our frontline builders. She inspired me to think different. So this was said to me by God one day. If there is nothing you want, how will you know when I have given it to you? If there is nothing you want, how will I know? How will you know when he has given it to you? It could be sitting right in front of you and you just had to reach out and grab it, but it's like, no, I don't know if I want that. I'm confused. I'm not happy. I don't know. All that kind of talk is just, you don't know what you want. You got to start there. You can't go with the actions and start pushing forward and think you're going to get something when you haven't gotten clear on that. And then after you find it, after you say, yes, this is what I want, you better believe there's going to be a voice that comes in that says, that might be evil. Or you don't really deserve that, right? That kind of talk. What if what you want and what drives you to get out the door and start caring about people is that you want a Corvette? Are you terrible? Are you? No, you're just motivated by something. Your heart will purify through the process. It's okay. You'll be humble, but start with something. Okay? Trust that what you want is good. And let yourself be vulnerable. Let yourself be out there. Realize that you are human and you're full of gunk and crud and all that stuff. Like, it's fine. We all are. No one in here is perfect. No one in here. I tell you what, the day, I remember laying in my bed one day looking at my vision board and thinking, why am I not motivated to do like doTERRA just because I love God's work and I want to just like help people and that like lights me on fire. Am I flawed? I'm really motivated by $3,000 a month or $10,000 a month. I really like that. God, am I flawed? He said, yeah, you are. And thank goodness you are, because then you need me. Yeah. Trust that what you want is good and be vulnerable. Then the next thing, see it, hear it, and feel it. There's lots of different tools that we can do with this. There's vision boards. You can put it up in front of you. You can say your declarations. You can feel it with all of your heart. We have the journaling assignment that we have all of our builders do, where they ask themselves, if my long-term goal were reality, what does that mean? For me, the why exercise, where you ask, why do I want? And then why do I want that? And why do I want that? These are all fantastic things. helping you to get clarity. And so many people start with that before they even ask themselves, what do I want? And is it okay that I want that? So you got to take it through the rounds. If you're having a hard time with your why exercises and your journaling, let's take it back a bit. Okay? Now we're moving to the second step. How bad do I want it? After you get that fire, you see that vision, just like that day when he said you could be state champions. And I was like, really? Like I could have a sweater with state championship on it? That makes me really excited. A sweater. Okay, or a photo or something like that, whatever it is, and that you see it. It like becomes a part of who you are and you get excited about it. Well, then you got to do something. In fact, by this quote by Steve Jobs, if you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. So you'll know when you found your vision because you're the one that's asking, what do I do today? And you're like, 631? Yeah. That, like, if you look at the 631 schedule and you're like totally jazzed about it, like I know what to do every day with my 2 hours of doTERRA time, you know your vision. If you're not, let's go back to that. Let's get it clear, okay? So 631, we know what that is. If you don't, I'll say it. The 631 schedule is every day you ask yourself 6 questions. Who will I invite to a class or one-on-one? They're on your list to call that day. Number 2, who has attended a class that I will follow up with? Number 2. Number 3, who has enrolled that needs a membership overview? Number 4, who is using the product that needs a business overview? Number 5, who is building the business that I will support? Number 6, what will I read, watch, or listen to that will help me improve as a leader? 6 questions every day totally jazz you up because you understand what it does for you, okay? 3 weekly events. Attend your team calls, talk to your mentor, teach 2 to 5 people, and then attend 1 monthly event. Those are the what do I do? Those are the ladders, guys. You got to run the ladders to be prepared for the game. Okay? So we got to do it. It's important. How bad do I want it? You guys, I promise you. Are you ready? I promise you that if you get out there and do your 631, it won't be, who can I talk to? I can't stop. I'm sorry. It'll be, how do I manage all of this growth that's happening? How do I manage all this momentum? It'll be more, you'll be feeling more overwhelmed, which that's so easy to get through. Who would rather be motivated or rather be overwhelmed than stuck? Thank you. And I will teach you about how to not be overwhelmed. That's easy. Okay? So be prepared that once you get going, once you get out there, you're going to start inspiring people. It's just going to naturally happen because you're moving, and most people are sitting stuck and wondering when their life is going to start, watching TV and Grey's Anatomy and whatever else is out there. I don't even know anymore. So it's going to be harder than you thought. Just be prepared for this. Courtney is going to talk about this. She's going to break it apart for you so you can understand and realize it's not just you that's out there thinking, do I really want this? This is hard. You mean I have to talk to more than 5 people? The 5 people I've talked to my whole life that came to my first class? Okay? Yeah, it's going to be harder, and that's the beauty of it. In fact, that is the necessary part of it, because as you hit those spaces where you're like, wow, this is hard, guess what? That's the reason why you haven't been successful in the past. You found it. It's a treasure hunt. Yes, you found it. That's the reason. So when you hit that, when you're like, oh man, I really want to make $100,000 a month and from home or whatever your goal is, and then you go out and you talk to your 5 people and you go to the mall and you feel inspired, this person needs oils on them, but you're like, I don't do that. Treasure hunt! You found it! That's why you're not successful. You found it. So just, you found it. Get through it. You're going to have every single thing come and hit you in the face. Every cycle that you go through, every gunk that's stuck in your gut or in your legs or in your arms or in your throat is going to hit you as you're moving. It's wonderful. Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. And vision with action can change the world. I believe that. Here's what you're hitting, guys. This is so exciting. Oh, I'll come over here to you guys this time. This is so exciting. This is what you're hitting. It's not a mystery. It's not anything. If you have not been successful, if you feel like, why can't I push through, or why are these people not enrolling, or you're feeling stuck, or all those things, it's one of these. It's every time. We're human beings. This is how we're wired. You're not alone. You're normal. Okay? So these are the two common ones that I've seen, but guys, there are thousands of cycles that you run into. There's the guilt cycle. There's the greed cycle. There's the blah. I mean, I could write a book on it. In fact, maybe I will. Desiree, should I do that? Yes. Yeah. So these are the two that are most common, and if they look familiar to you, if they look familiar to you, it's because I guarantee every single one of you in here has experienced them. Doubt and fear. Doubt and fear. It happens every time you have a vision. It's just part of the process. Okay? So let's start with our doubt. Let's start with our doubt right here. So let's just go along the way. You have a vision. You have that moment where it's like, I could be a blue diamond. Or better yet, I could go elite. I see it's possible. I can enroll. I can find teach and enroll. I can do that. And then, of course, what's going to come? It's the trial. It's the moment where the vision goes away and you need to, push through some gunk. Somebody says no. Whatever happens. Somebody quits. You wake up tired. It's the trial moment. It has to happen. And then comes the doubt. Oh, was this really something that I felt like I should do? Was that vision really clear to me? Oh my word. Which then doubt will doubt will always lead to distractions, guys. If you're one of those that you're saying, man, I've taken my kid to soccer and I'm doing this and I feel like I'm running around all day and I feel like my head is off. I feel like I have ADD or something. No, you don't. You just have doubt. So you're getting distracted. Okay? Then distraction will always lead to the overwhelm. This is what happens a lot of the time when you do your 631 and you do get all of this momentum that happens. People are coming to you and it's exciting. There's two people that say they want to build and you're like, where's my upline? And then you doubt, am I good enough? Is this really something that I'm able to do? And then you get distracted, and then you start to feel really guilty because people you got them all excited, and they're depending on you, and so then you're like, I feel like the whole world is falling on me. I'm not a good mom. I can't do anything right. My grandma thinks I suck. Oh, my word. It's so funny. It's actually not funny at all. It happens to all of us. It's the bad mom thing that happens. So then you feel overwhelmed, which then you start making excuses, and you start saying, well, it was because of this person, or it was because of this person, or it was because I had that class that nobody showed up to, or it was because I didn't get out of bed this morning, or it's because I ate a brownie. Those darn brownies. The brownie is not the problem, people. Okay? So, and then the excuses will always lead to a level of quitting. Quitting something. Quitting at some level. You cancel a class, or you cancel you're like, man, that just didn't work out. Or, sadly, you quit doing it altogether. And then you feel better, and it feels, oh man, all that weight's off my shoulders, oh, that feels so good. But then, oh darn, someone inspires you again. And it's gonna happen, guys. That's what we're here to do, is inspire each other. You cannot make it through life just sitting back and being okay with your grudges and your resentments and your self-pity and your self-doubt and all that. It's not going to happen. God loves you too much. Someone will inspire you, even if it's on Grey's Anatomy. It's going to happen. So Then you have the trial again, then you choose the doubt and all of that, and you run this cycle over and over and over again. The frustrating thing about this cycle is that you work through it and it takes so much energy, and then it puts you right back where you started. Can you see why you're exhausted?